Hey fellow Star Citizens, Scrapchat here. Today I'm going to take a look at the RSI Scorpius. Not to be confused with a fighter from a long forgotten movie from the 70s whose name will not be spoken here for fear of legal reprisals. That being said, the Scorpius initially dropped last spring. I decided to no one listening that I must have the ship, and not just with game credits but with cold hard cash. I didn't care if it sucked or not, it just was too cool not to have sitting permanently in my hangar. Before we get too far into this episode, if you haven't already signed up to play Star Citizen, make sure you use my referral code in the description. It'll get you an additional 5,000 credits when you create your account, and the channel gets some credits towards some swag. Also, if you're looking for a great Star Citizen organization to join, you should check out Star Citizen Friends and Mentoring. I joined their Discord and they've helped me learn and improve my gameplay. The link to the Discord is in the description. To start, the Scorpius is a size 2 heavy fighter with a crew of 2, 1 pilot and an optional turret gunner. Its max speed is 218 meters per second, making it the fastest heavy fighter in all the verse. The Scorpius's total hit points is 43,161, making it tougher than all the Vanguards and even the Mercury Star Runner, and right behind the Valkyrie and Caterpillar. The pitch, yaw, and roll is middling, but that's to be expected. It's not an Anvil Arrow or an Aegis Gladius. Alright, let's see what we have here. From an exterior view when landing, the wings are folded up neatly, which would make the Scorpius, I think, a prime candidate for being stuffed in a hangar on a capital ship shoulder to shoulder with its brethren. On the wingtips are size 3 hardpoints. By default, these are gimbaled size 2 Badger laser repeaters. They can be fired with the wing in either position, and it's possible to have the landing gear retracted with the wings folded as they pivot out when deployed. And on the top or bottom, if you prefer, is a manned turret sporting 4 size 3 hardpoints. By default, they are 4 Panther laser repeaters. The Scorpius sports 16 size 2 missiles. While the sizes cannot be altered, the type can be, and we'll be going over that later. There are numerous components that can be accessed from the underside of the ship, which for right now won't do anything but is nice to see. Finally, towards the front is a storage area to throw in a small amount of loot, favorite guns, etc. In the cockpit, you have a fairly decent unobstructed view with the usual HUD you'd expect to see in a Star Citizen ship. I have a couple gripes though. One, the headlights are abysmal. They might as well not be on. I know they improved them a month or so ago, but still suck compared to the Avenger Titan. Then there's the lack of HUD screens. You only have 2. I like to have at least 3 or 4 so comms doesn't override my targeting HUD. A couple of times it remained in comm mode. And lastly, my biggest gripe, the quantum drive HUD doesn't line up even close with the destination's marker. It's very annoying. Now in the turret seat, we have a single HUD. Some buttons to the left and to the right. To access the remote turret, hold down the F key and hover over the lower section of the HUD. There are 2 options. One is the remote turret and gives you access to the turret. The other switches the turret between being located above the Scorpius or below. As for upgrades, I literally upgraded everything. For starters, I changed out the Tempest 2 missiles with Dominator 2 missiles. The difference being the later are electromagnetic and are tougher to shake. The missile racks are locked so you can't change the size or quantity per rack. I upgraded the single shield to an FR76 for better stopping power. For power, I opted for a pair of the JS300s, and to keep things cool, I went with Glaciers. For some reason, I have a soft spot in my heart for the Atlas Quantum Drive. Don't ask me why, but I put them in all of my ships that use size 1 drives. It had a decent range and reasonably fast. And last but not least, I just got turned on to attritions over Bulldog, Badger, and Panther laser repeaters. I noticed while boning up on running bounties, because yes, it's been that long, that both Jonathan Winters and Avenger 1 use attritions a lot, at least in the videos I watched, so. After running the Scorpius with Badgers and then with attritions, I can see why. The attritions recharge so much faster, and I felt like they continuously fired for a longer period of time, so I'm sold anyway. And now for the sad truth about the Scorpius. It gives even the most average bounty hunter the ability to complete very high risk target bounties, as I will prove here. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so we're going to try running a bounty mission with the Scorpius here. So let's go ahead and pick a mission. I'm going to be very brave and take a VHRT. So we'll see how that goes. I've already taken Cold Arms, so we're set there. Let's see where we're going. Looks like we're going here. Alright. Man, we have to actually drive there. I hate that. I guess we're going here. Alrighty, how far do we have to go? Oh, I'm not driving 520 kilometers. That's crazy. Oh, that's so crazy. I guess I'm driving 500 kilometers. Alright. I'll check back with all of you in a few. Alright, so we're approaching our bounty now. Just so you know, I use VoiceAttack for my bounties also, so you hear me speaking my ship quite a bit. Like now. Missile mode. Increase missile. Increase missile. Increase missile. Cruise. I like to throw a salvo of missiles at whatever's closest just to kind of soften them up, and I want to try and get them to come up into the upper atmosphere with me because they're way too close to the ground. I'll hit the ground if I'm from that far down. So we'll fire some missiles, take a few pot shots at him, and then beat feet straight up. And just so everybody knows, I am not a professional bounty hunter. Really, this is probably the thing I'm least good at is piloting. So don't expect any miracles. This will probably be a really, really pathetic attempt at me completing a VHRT. Closest hostile. Missile mode. Gimbal. Target. Flare. Didn't get it off fast enough. Closest hostile. Okay. No. Oh boy, he is close. Time to get away. Time to get away. Preferably up. Maybe a little faster. Wow, okay. Maybe faster. Okay. Come on, shields. Come back up. Speed back down. Closest hostile. Missile mode. Missile mode. Flare. Closest hostile. Closest hostile. Oh, there he goes. Whoa! Watch out. Okay. I think I've got a problem. There it goes. Closest hostile. Closest hostile. Man. See, they all run away when you kill the main guy. I was kind of hoping to keep them around. Well, anyway. I think it kind of goes to show that this is actually pretty good, pretty good shape even for average pilot to go after bounties. I was going to try and take out all three of them, but yeah, they took off. So, oh well, what can you do? So that pretty much wraps up my review of the RSI Scorpius. I think it's a fun ship. I really enjoy it. Like I said, my biggest complaint is the quantum HUD, and also the number of HUDs. Also, in general, the screens is. I'm playing around with power now, with power management. So I have it on my. See, I can play with it. I've mapped them to my left stick, so I can change them to where I need them to be. Which is cool, but I like to be able to know what they're doing. And so I had to choose between having the target on a screen or having my power management on a screen. I chose power management for this run. So yeah, I really wish we had two more monitors, or two more HUDs to play with, but this is what it is. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Have a good day. And Scrapchat out.